by June.
Interesting to note. Perhaps let's bring the local political angle as you add up to what he said. Because as we were talking during the break, there are positions that need to be filled if, or rather when, Baba assumes that particular position. The opposition leader, he's been the defunct opposition leader in Kenya for over 20 years. The ODM leader, one of the longest serving parties in the country, and equally the regional kingpin. So if you look at these boxes, will they all be filled with one individual? We saw Raila in Northeastern touting for Joho and Junet. We've had talk of Oparanya as the deputy party leader, assuming leadership of ODM. From Nyanza, where you sit, how will this matrix play out?
First of all, as you've just put it, when Raila steps out, he will not leave one shoe. He will leave 4 pairs. Azimio, ODM, Luo, and the king of opposition politics in Kenya. Those will be filled most likely by different people. But again, it will also depend on who fills the Luo one and if he will ever fit that shoe. I doubt if right now we have anybody who would fit that shoe. Because that shoe fitting in it must also depend on your politics. Can you create for the Luo an object of hate? Can you create for the Luo an object of hope? Can you be their Messiah to deliver them to the land of hope? Can you be their protector to defend them from the object of hate? When you answer those questions, and you can also tell them what you mean, you don't mean at times, and go back and face them without feeling any guilt, then you probably will fit that shoe. But you see, the problem also in Lland, because that must be filled by a Luo. The problem also in Lland, majority of the people hanging around Raila Odinga are people he has made. There are no self-made politicians there. You find somebody has been an MP, is now running the 4th time, but it still requires Raila Odinga to raise his hand to be re-elected by the very people he has served for almost 20 years. That tells you that without Raila Odinga, he is going nowhere. He cannot even face those people because he cannot answer even the questions they will ask him. It's only Raila Odinga in Lland who is not asked, what have you done for us? But these other people will be asked, Hatunai, Hatunai. So it is a very difficult thing. And you see, when you see Oburu raise the hand of Wandai, and Raila Odinga goes and raises that one of Mbadi, then you know they are trying to test waters. But because they don't want to answer the question, why did you raise the hand of so and so and so and so and so at the same time? So they use different people to test these waters. Interestingly, those 2 people have never been accepted in Lland as Luos. Mbadi is Suba. Suba have been assimilated and they speak Luo and they are almost Luo. He is more acceptable than even Wandai, because Wandai's immediate ancestry is Luya. So all this will come into play. The only person who has made the Luos not see those differences in sub-tribes and so on is Raila Odinga. Because he sold his brand of politics, the cultic nature of that politics, very early in time. By now, if you are trying to uproot it, you can't. It is too late. You can only pray that he gets out so that you create new leadership there. Then come to the ODM party. I saw him talk about Oparanya and Joho. That is just a trick to tell them, stick with me, you will get something. But the moment is out. Just the same way, the moment Jaramogi was out, his preferred candidate Wamalwa, nobody would even want to think about him. Because this Azimio thing, the moment you remove ODM, it is nothing left. And in ODM, the moment you remove Luos, there's nothing left. All these other people still hanging in ODM. They are hanging on the ODM, the Luo part of the vote that makes ODM. Like in Mombasa, they really love ODM because Mombasa has 150,000 strong Luo voters. But them, they don't seek those seats because Baba comes and says, I want the votes of these coastal people. So nyinyi kaeni kando tupate ikitu. Okay. So those people are there because of the Luo block that they get in voting.
Then tell me this briefly. Where does this leave Ruto and his escapades within the Nyanza region? Does his frontmen, the likes of Owalo, I don't want to point fingers, but does this leave you in a better position in terms of inheriting that block?
Well, let me tell you something. Today, the Luo can still vote as a bloc, and if you don't have Raila, you don't have it.
Okay.
But the moment Raila is out, it will be free for all. Ohalo will take his quarter, go with it. Raymond will take his other quarter, go with it.
Sure.
The rest will take their quarter, go. It will be, itakuwa imezambaratika. Everybody will go with this piece. It is only today. Though I know the ODM leaders in Lland are beginning to create a new narrative, telling William Ruto, if you want the Luos, just talk to Raila Odinga. If you want the Luos, because that is the only way they know they will have their cake and eat it. If it is not Raila Odinga, the people will ask them questions that they will never answer, because all now, the only trick you play in Lland is praise Raila Odinga in the morning, in the evening, at the funeral, at Harambes, when you are singing in the bus, all the time. Then you get what you want.
Okay.
What about when that will not be the trick?
So you foresee
everybody
political
will be on
offense?
his own.
Okay, okay. Interesting.